my vet story. So it was my turn to see the doctor, and I got in, we exchanged pleasantries, and he looked at me and smiled and said, "Madam, have you ever slept in the hospital before?" I said, "No." "But you've gone to visit people, I guess." I said, "Yes, I have." And he said, "And you never passed the night with them?" I said, "No, I only just go to visit them and that's it." So he burst out laughing and said, "Well, it is their turn to visit you." So I was like, "Doctor, sorry, I don't understand." He said, "We're going to be slating you in for a CS, and your baby is breech. We don't want stories. Your primary is your first." He went on, and I was like, "Surgery? I've never slept in the hospital once. Then how come it is surgery just like that?" So I just left his office feeling very, very sober. That's the truth. So I told my husband, I was like, "Surgery? Why? But they said I'm okay, my pelvic bone okay, everything." He just said, "Let's commit it to the hands of God," and we prayed, and I left it at that. So when the date came close, I packed my bag and I went to the hospital, and that was it for the first. By the time it was time for my baby to come, the second one, he just looked at me and said, "Are we appealing to Caesar?" I said, "Which Caesar? I beg, I want to give birth by myself." Oh. And then he said, "Anyway, I'll give you a try. This is your second. And whatever happened, we still appealed to Caesar." And so it was for my third and my fourth. All my children, And one of the things that actually got on me was, the Hebrew woman's delivery, God. Until some things happen to you. When people say things, you just say anything that comes to your mind. But when you pass through some kind of experiences, you understand what James chapter 1 says: be slow to speak, be slow to anger, and be fast, to hear. For many years, I wasn't happy. I was always asking the Lord, "Why did you allow this to be my story? Why did you allow this to be my story?" But, I started saying that whenever anybody's going in for surgery, I'll just find myself telling the person, "Don't worry, God who took me 4 times, he will bring you out, and all that. Baby will come out fine." In fact, I gave a new definition to the Hebrew delivery. I used to tell them, Hebrew delivery is when you go into the hospital and you come out, you are okay, your baby is okay, you thank God, For me, that's my definition. But one of the days I found myself visiting a friend in the hospital, and normally I just love encouraging people, in the ward. And I observed that all of them were having this Ben 10, this the drip stuff they usually connect to the hand. So I was trying to talk to them. They were not listening to me. I was just like, "Hello everyone, don't worry, whatever you're passing through." At that point, Holy Ghost just told me, "You see that question you have been asking me since? Why is it that you allowed me this to be my pathway?" He says, "For a time like this, so tell them your story." So I just said, "Hello everyone, standing before you is a lady who has done 4 surgeries." Everywhere just went quiet. Bam. I had taken permission from the matron, of course. So as I was talking with them, everybody, they were attentive, the meaning of attentive. They stay asking me questions, it was obvious most of them, that was their first time, and for once, I understood why the Lord permitted that to be my pathway, because by the time I even gave birth to my first child, the nurses on duty were angry, this baby is 2 point something. In fact, honestly, that was like the smallest baby I've seen, even till now, I guess. But of course, she's well all grown now. But, then I was like, God, I was now buying into what the matrons were saying. He would have maneuvered this delivery. Don't bother asking yourself many questions about things that happen to you, in life that you couldn't control. If it happens, fine. Just stick to it, that all things will work together for good because you love God. And put full stop there for your own peace of mind, And that was it. From that day, from one bed to the other, as I was greeting them, I remember one mother that was saying, "My dear, thank you. This thing you just did now, it has strengthened my daughter. See how now she's happy." Another one was already smiling and saying, "Oh, thank you. This cancel has strengthened me. I thought, So most times when we pass through things, it is so that you can be a voice. You can be a voice to others. You remember when the Lord was saying, Peter, the devil has decided to sift you as wheat, but I have prayed for you. Now when I have prayed for you, in your own time, you will pray for others by the time you are now strong. I want to see it in that light. So whatever you are passing through, unpleasant, in quotes, that you're not happy about, no, it's for a reason. A time will come when you will be the only authority to speak on that matter, and everybody will stop what they are doing to listen. Why? Because you have the first-hand experience. So I want to pray for somebody today who is still asking God, like me, why was that my pathway? These days, of course, I don't ask. I'll just go ahead encouraging people, I'm moving. So could it be that you've been waiting, and you're still waiting for whatever that particular thing is? Relax and allow God, to cause it to come through for you. Let the Lord strengthen you with his joy. Above all, let nothing take your joy. God bless you.